Hello, everyone. In this episode, John and I will talk about job interviews. Let's get started.
Hi, John. I have a job interview tomorrow, and I'm really nervous. It's for an accountant position.
Hi, Sarah. Don't worry. You've got 3 years of experience. You're more prepared than you think.
But my experience is mostly as a cashier in supermarkets and malls. This is the first time I'm applying for a real accounting job.
That's okay. Your cashier experience is still valuable. You handled money, transactions, and customer service, all important skills for accounting.
You're right. But what if they ask me to talk about myself? How should I answer that?
Start with your experience. Say something like, I have 3 years of experience in handling cash and customer service, and I'm now ready to apply my skills in accounting.
That sounds good. What if they ask why I want to work for their company?
Do some research on the company before the interview. You can say something like, I admire how your company values teamwork and innovation. I want to be part of that.
I'll definitely check their website tonight. What if they ask about my strengths?
Focus on your skills. You could say, I'm very organized, detail-oriented, and good with numbers. I'm also used to working in fast-paced environments.
That sounds strong. But I'm worried about the question of weaknesses.
For weaknesses, choose something that you're working to improve. You could say, sometimes I focus too much on details, but I'm learning to balance it with the bigger picture.
That's a good way to put it. What if they ask where I see myself in 5 years?
You could say, I see myself growing as an accountant, taking on more responsibility, and possibly leading a team in the future.
Okay, that makes sense. And what if they ask why I left my last job?
Be honest but professional. You can say, I enjoyed my previous job, but I'm looking for new challenges and opportunities in accounting.
That sounds good. How do I answer if they ask how I handle pressure at work?
Give an example. You can say, in my previous job, I handled busy periods like holidays where there were long lines. I stayed calm and organized to get through it.
That's true. I've managed many busy days. Should I mention if I prefer working alone or in a team?
Yes, mention both. You can say, I work well in a team, but I'm also comfortable working independently when needed.
That's a good balance. What about salary? Should I bring it up or wait for them to ask?
It's better to wait for them to bring it up. When they ask, you can say, I'm looking for a salary in the range of X, based on my experience, but I'm open to discussion.
Okay, I'll make sure to say it like that. What if they ask if I have any questions for them?
Always ask something. You can ask about the company culture, opportunities for growth, or what a typical day in the job looks like.
I'll ask about opportunities for growth. That shows I'm thinking about my future.
Exactly. It shows you're committed to developing in your career.
One more thing, John. I'm worried they might ask me some tough questions I'm unprepared for.
That's understandable. Sometimes they'll ask questions to see how you think on the spot. If you don't know the answer, it's okay to pause and take a moment to think.
What kind of tough questions could they ask?
They might ask you a question like, "Tell me about a time you made a mistake at work. How did you handle it?"
Oh, that's a tricky one. How should I answer?
Be honest, but don't focus too much on the mistake. Instead, talk about how you solved the problem and what you learned from the experience.
I can say that I once gave the wrong change to a customer, but I quickly corrected it and apologized.
That's a perfect example. It shows that you take responsibility and learn from your mistakes.
Thanks. What about if they ask, "Why should we hire you instead of someone else?"
That's your chance to highlight your strengths. You could say, "I have strong experience handling money, and I'm very organized and detail-oriented. I believe these skills will help me succeed as an accountant."
That makes sense. I need to be confident in my skills.
Exactly. Confidence is key, but stay humble too. Employers appreciate confidence, but they also like people who are willing to learn.
That's a good point. I don't want to sound too arrogant. Thanks so much for all your advice, John. I feel so much more confident now.
You're welcome, Sarah. You're going to do great tomorrow. Just remember to stay calm, be yourself, and don't be afraid to take your time answering the questions.
I will. I'll let you know how it goes.
Good luck, Sarah. I'm sure you'll impress them.
Thanks again, John. I really appreciate your help. That's it for the topic. Don't forget to learn the new vocabulary you've heard and seen in this episode. See you later.